looking at,
Yeah,
punks?
bro, what you looking at?
G'day, fellas! What do you mean?
The turtles.
That one seems cool.
Bruh?
Broski!
Bro!
Brosim!
Abracadabra!
Ninja Turtles.
Cowabungo, dudes. The turtles are back.
I like turtles.
Back in the streets of Manhattan, raiding the city of New York. They are back on the big screen with an absolute stacked cast. The teenagers actually played by teenagers. Nicholas, Mika, Brady and Shimon. And Jackie Chan as another master sensei, Splinter. And Ayo Edebri as April O'Neil. And the funniest cast assembled for the Mutant, with the likes of Seth Rogan and John Cena as Bebop and Rock Steady, Avengers Ant-Man Paul Rudd as Mondo Gecko, Post Malone as Ray Fillet, Rose Byrne as Dingo Dowd's Crash Bandicoot Leatherhead, the Moth Gideon Giancarlo as Baxter Stockman, Natasha Dimitrio as the Flying Pig Wingnut, comedian Hannibal Buress as Ghenghis Frog, bridesmaid Maya Rudolph as Cynthia Utron, and the leader of the pack, Ice Cube as Superfly. But who are the mutants causing the mayhem? Let's line up the mutanimals.
I can't believe there are other mutants!
Starting with Master Splinter as the first mutant alongside the turtles being exposed and infected with the strange news, the mutagen. His origin, Splinter was a pet rat to his ninja master Hamato Yoshi, and he learned the art of ninjutsu from imitating Yoshi's moves, later on passing on the skills to his beloved turtles. Though his character and his story in Mutant Mayhem, a more compassionate and protective father figure who has to learn and protect himself and his turtles after being neglected and abused by the human. The art of self-defense on YouTube, and now he's Super Dad. With him always been on the back foot and at the mercy of others, the soul of Jackie Chan. All he needs is the ladder. After the turtles, the mutant that first brings to mind, the pig with the mohawk, the warhog Bebop, and his companion, the jagged horned rhinoceros, Rock Steady.
What you looking at,
Yeah,
punks?
bro, what you looking at?
The names depicted from the genres of jazz and reggae.
Is that what you do? Randomly name enemies based on stuff you see around you?
It's not so bad.
And they made an appearance in the live-action sequel, Out of the Shadows, depicted as the dim-witted henchman of Shredder. Originally created as action figures before being added to the show as normal human beings, two criminals as part of a street gang before being recruited and transformed by Shredder to defeat the Turtles. This time the duo is running with Superfly and the rest of the mutants. Seth Rogan as one of the writers and producers of the film, playing against the voice of John Cena. This duo is to be the hilarious standout.
Yeah, bro, what you looking at?
Next up with Mondo Gecko, a close ally to the Turtles, and he shares a close bond to Michelangelo, being second to jump onto the party wagon after Mikey.
Bruh?
Broski!
The gecko with the stickiness to his feet, dressing like a pro skater from the Tony Hawk franchise, utilizing a rocket skateboard to maneuver the sewers of New York. Introduced as a villain, eventually switching sides to the Turtles, enjoying the laid-back approach the Turtles have adopted, which puts Paul Rudd as the perfect casting. The chilled-out Avenger, not taking life too seriously, almost looking stoned. But now on the side of the mutants and Superfly's team, trying to get rid of the human.
Peoples, they got to go.
Leatherhead, like the other mutants, is a mutated alligator, an antagonist of the Ninja Turtles, being the real green monster that lurks in the sewers. Neglected by the humans as a baby, being flushed down the toilet into the sewers before being discovered by Krang, then mutated and experimented on. He won't be the only mutant that has a vendetta against the humans, rocking a mean cowboy hat and a double-barreled shotgun. The animators must have taken the impression of Dingo Doll from Crash Bandicoot, portrayed by the Australian Insidious actor Rose Byrne. First time the Gator will be characterized as a female Aussie.
G'day, fellas!
The crime lord of New York, the leader of the gang of the mutants, the main villain, Superfly. And who's better to play the antagonist? The NW rapper,
It's a crazy brother named Ice Cube. The police coming straight from the underground.
Superfly is the alter ego of Baxter Stockman, a mad scientist working under Shredder. An experiment gone wrong results him as a giant mutant housefly. He controls the shadows of society, having a network of mutants conducting his heist and raids before he runs into the Turtles. In this film, a slightly different story for Superfly, as he refers to Stockman as his father.
My dad, Baxter Stockman, he's the one who dumped the ooze down the drain, baby.
Played by the Breaking Bad star Giancarlo Esposito. as he dumps the sludge into the sewer, which transforms all the creatures into mutant animals. Now Superfly's intention seemed to be the same, to transform the world into a mutant colony. Ray Fillet, also known as Jack Finney or Man-Ray, a mutated manta ray. From the comics, a marine biologist named Jack investigating an illegal chemical drop by Shredder and the gang before being exposed. Now Ray is voiced by the rapper and music producer Post Malone and serves as ally to Superfly. As a biologist, he may aid the crime syndicate Superfly in his efforts to mutate the human race. Wingnut, an alien cyborg bat with a set of mechanical metal wings from the planet Flaganon, comes to Earth disguised as Sergeant Rambo, tasked to brainwash all the children in order to take over the world. In this iteration being almost a parody of the Caped Crusader, having a masked cowl and black and blue armor. However, another gender swap, Wingnut will be played by Natasha Dimitrio, being a fuzzier little critter with mechanical arms rather than rings. More of a mutated being experimented on rather than an alien. Maybe he was friends with Rocket Raccoon in another universe.
Oh, yeah.
And for all the punk frog fans, Ghenghis Frog, the leader of the four brothers, which include Rasputin, Attila, and Napoleon. In the comic, Shredder, by using the mutagen, created a group of new mutants to fight off the turtles and named them after his heroes, historical emperors and warlords. Almost a doppelganger of the turtles, with each frog holding a deadlier medieval weapon, with a battle axe, a spiked flail, a bow and arrow, and a bullwhip. Actor and comedian Hannibal Buress voices the frog. So there is a lot of characters and mutants under Superfly's roster. But who is Cynthia Utron? Now Utrons are an alien species that have been present in the TMNT universe. They are the ones responsible for the mutagen gene that infected the turtles to mutate them. And the most infamous Utron of them all? Krang, the supervillain. We got to see him in live action before. So we may get the little pink blob disguised as a female android in this upcoming adaptation. A female Krang, Synthesis, to control all the mutants, unless the heroes in the half shell have anything to say about it.
Turtle power!
If you're liking the content, don't forget to like and subscribe.